Call this meeting to order, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will take the roll.
Mr. Sextro.
Here.
Ms. McDaniel.
Here.
Mr. Putoff.
Here.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Here.
Mr. Patterson.
Here.
Mr. Burke.
Here.
Being a quorum and present this evening, we will continue, and the minutes have been previously distributed. Is there any additions, corrections, or changes? Not, may I have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Okay, the minutes having been approved, we will move on to committee reports, and we will begin with the Finance Committee. Councilman Burke.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Finance, March was another good month, 1.2 million plus, which is 69,000 higher than March of 2023. So things continue to keep moving in the right direction. And also, Chapter 300 amendment. This will update the discrimination portion of our code. This is becoming more and more required to qualify for state and federal grants. And TIRC board appointment, this is a body that oversees the enterprise zone. Okay, and Gorman Heritage Farm, baby goats have arrived May 11th for the baby festival, or will be arriving for the baby festival on May 11th. Bidding Naturescape, we have a few interesting contractors, so it's very encouraging that that's going to finally come to fruition. Volunteer groups are on Tuesday mornings and seems to be working extremely well. And discussions for vandalism on the Upper Meadow. And so we are working on actually possibly putting trail cams to eliminate those issues, hopefully forever. Recreation shelter house floor was installed and is very well received. It was under budget by almost $18,000. So probably next month we're going to ask that money be utilized and towards the sand volleyball courts, because that's going to be a little bit higher than we expected for the type of sand we're going to put in there. Egg extravaganza was successful, great turnout. Little colder than we expected, but the inside games and activities worked out extremely well. Summer pool party is May 31st, so please mark your calendars. And then the summer concert schedule is also set. Wine tasting and dueling piano event was extremely successful. 135 people attended. So hopefully they're looking forward to doing more of those in the future. Pool features in the pool, pool features in the pool will be replaced and will be in the next budget cycle. This will be presented to Rec Center and then to Council. On to service and engineering, Mr. Jeffers reported on the task of the department to complete it in March. Shred Day, please mark your calendars for this. This is April 21st, starting at 8 o'clock and going to 12 noon. 20th. What? 20th? Okay, on the 20th. So it's a Saturday. So, and again, they've done a phenomenal job of work doing the wall around the perimeter of sand volleyball, keep the sand within the courts, and it's looking really well and starting to dress it up now with the topsoil. Waiting for Postmaster to install key systems for Rexford Drive mailboxes. It's not our holdup. We keep trying to push, and the delays are still there. So it never got finished yet. We never got them completed. Okay.
I'm addressing a letter to Senator Brown seeing if he can get the U.S. Post Office to move on this project.
That would be great.
To George Powdrill, who's his person here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we've had the boxes for
Oh, they've been sitting there
6
over 2 months.
Mr. Jeffers also reported which roads will be resurfaced in 2024. Service Department update, the new site will not be as far back as the original site and closer to Reading Road. This will save some money as well as make some more efficiencies in and out. And then hopefully that project will start soon and be done in May of 2025, right, approximately. And the ordinance will be on here for season hiring. Other business, well, you guys will cover in the fire thing, so. And then the mayor attended the GE Aerospace reception. Went very well.
I'll touch on that.
Okay.
Any additions, corrections, or changes? Okay, that'll be the finance report. Or to the fire and police report, and Councilperson Carolyn Smiley Robinson.
Okay. There'll be there's an ordinance on the agenda tonight to modify the Evendale Fire Code. We had the first reading last month. There's been a change. We'll have to amend it because we're going to remove the section about the lockbox requirement for rental properties only. Also, we reduced the square footage requirement for commercial structures requiring sprinklers. That's going to be reduced to 5,000 square feet. This year marks the 65th anniversary of the fire department. There'll be a celebration on Sunday, May 5th. The open house is from 1 to 3. There'll be some live demonstrations and some tours for the department only, and former members of the department. There'll be a luncheon, so don't show if you don't have an invitation. But we want to thank them for such stellar service to the community all these years. The department has received a Bureau of Workmen Compensation grant to replace a 27-year-old dryer. If you can believe that, it's still working. But the new one that we're going to get is going to dry gear twice as fast. So there's that. And the department had put out RFP, request for proposal, for doing a feasibility study on renovating the firehouse. The answers were reviewed, and the vendor selected was McCall Sharp Architecture, who operates out of Springboro, Ohio. We provided them with building plans, and the plans are to meet with the various members of the department to get some input on what modifications or renovations are desired. So that concludes fire. Moving on to police, there have been more car break-ins recently, so this is again a plea to lock your doors. The Rotary Club and the Hamilton County Police Chiefs are partnering on an initiative to put an AED in every police cruiser, so that's really a positive project that they're working on. And that's going to roll out. It is intended for the suburban communities as well as the city of Cincinnati. Also, the police are going to provide some additional security features at the Overlook and Gorman Farm, so we can perhaps cut down on some vandalism there. So that's the police report. And, excuse me. For the building, planning, and zoning, for Planning Commission, there's a mobile food trucks ordinance on tonight's agenda. This is the first reading. Council will need to have a public hearing, and that'll be scheduled next month, I believe on the 14th of May. Some of the proposed changes to the code are reducing operations from 16 hours a day to 10 hours per day, reducing the permit period from 9 months to 6 months, and weekly operations from 7 days to 6 days a week. The Planning Commission also approved the preliminary plan for the new services building, and nothing else to bring before council tonight that we should discuss. Code enforcement, couple of things. The Homer's property, we think we have a tentative agreement with the owner to remove the asphalt and plant grass seed and to have the sign taken down. That'll be finalized at the mayor's court, I think, the next mayor's court, we hope. And we've entered high grass season, so just to let the public know that you might get a door hanger on your door this year that says, please cut your grass. Thank you. And BZA passed several variances for the pet hospital, pending some renovations that they are planning to do. And in cultural arts, the Art Ventures trip to Hamilton County Crime Lab sold out in 2 hours. So if you were interested in that, the Cultural Arts Department is still trying to arrange for another opportunity to do a tour there, but I would have never thought that the crime lab would sell out in 2 hours, but okay. Wine tasting is April 13th, I think it is, and there's still opportunities to go to that. Fine arts exhibit opens on May 3rd. The opening is from 6 to 9. There were over 900 entries submitted, the most we've ever had for this event. DJ Bernard is doing an art exhibit of the Evendale firefighters, and some interesting information that we talked about in the committee meeting. There have been over 100,000 people visited the Cultural Arts Center since 2008. So it's impressive. And I think we had some discussion about our music scholarship program, and we have 35 students in that. So that's our report.
Any additions, corrections, or changes? Okay, that will be their report. I just have a couple things. Number one, I did attend the General Electric event on the 2nd of April. That's when they officially became a freestanding company. I got to meet and talk 5-7 minutes with Mr. Culp, who is the CEO of the company. He seems to be a really nice guy and not like some of them that have been over there, we'll put it that way. He came in jeans and a t-shirt and sneakers, and he was dressed appropriately for the event. He emphasized, I asked him, why did you choose Cincinnati and Evendale specifically for your world headquarters? They could have gone anywhere they wanted to. He said it was no brainer. He said, we've been here over 70 years, and he said, we prospered here, and he said that we expect to continue to do so. They expect to spend $168 million in improvements over there on that campus in their overall plan. And he said it's, I think it was upward and onward or something like that, their T-shirt said for the day, and it really fit the bill. He's bought a house in Marymount, and he and his wife are now residents of Hamilton County. So it's a pretty good day for I think Evendale, and it looks for better things than ever to come. I also attended the Ready Cincinnati 10-year anniversary of the founding of Ready. That's the redevelopment arm of this area, the redevelopment arm of Jobs Ohio. And and they really put on a show downtown at the Brady Arts Center. It was quite impressive, and we had of the two businesses that received awards, one was the General Tool Company, and I participated in that for the evening. I think that's it. Any other questions? All right, let's go to work then, and we'll go to the first ordinance on our agenda, which is ordinance.
Mayor, my iPad has taken this opportunity to stop working.
There you go.
Okay. First ordinance is ordinance 24-08. It's, and I'd like permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Mr. Patterson,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson,
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
An ordinance modifying the provisions of the codified ordinances of the Village of Evendale relating to the fire code, automatic sprinkler, fire alarms, and ventilation equipment, and declaring it to be an emergency. That will be the second reading, and I'd like a motion to suspend the third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Putoff,
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Now a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff,
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Now declare ordinance 24-08 adopted as an emergency. That brings us to ordinance 24-10. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
second,
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel,
yes,
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the payment of amounts due upon certain contracts required certification of available funds and declaring it as an emergency. This is our then and now ordinance. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff,
Yes.
McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff,
Yes.
McDaniel.
yes,
Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro,
Yes.
Mr. Putoff,
Yes.
McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-10 adopted as an emergency. Next is ordinance 24-11. I need a motion to read the ordinance by title only.
So moved.
second,
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Putoff,
Yes.
Mr. Burke, Ms.
Yes.
Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
An ordinance appointing Mayor Richard Finan and Chief Fiscal and Accounting Officer Cynthia Garachi to the Hamilton County Tax Incentive Review Council and declaring it as an emergency. Now I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
second,
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
yes,
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Burke,
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-11 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-12. I need a motion to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
An ordinance updating Chapter 300 of the Village Code of Ordinances relating to non-discrimination grievances, procedures, and declaring it as an emergency. I'd like a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved. Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-12 adopted as an emergency. Next is ordinance 24-13, and I'd like permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Is that Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to hire seasonal employees and setting pay rates and declaring it as an emergency. I'd like permission to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
I think you need to agree to the emergency clause first and then adopt it.
Oh, what did I say? Motion,
You just-
motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance, that's right.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-13 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-14. I'd like permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
My page. Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to purchase a natural gas generator and related equipment for the proposed service department building, and declaring it as an emergency. The lead time on these is 40 weeks. We have to purchase it now. May I have a motion to suspend the second and third reading?
So moved.
Sorry.
Second.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So
So
moved.
moved.
I'm sorry, you need to agree
Second.
to the emergency first. I'm sorry, a motion to agree to the emergency measure.
I thought we suspended the second and third reading. Then,
You just,
okay. Try it again. Motion to adopt the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Mr.
Second.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
And now declare ordinance 24-14 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-15. I'd like permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
An ordinance, an ordinance amending Schedule 1268-03 and Section 1268-03I of the Evendale Code of Ordinances regarding mobile food service establishments and declaring it as an emergency. This will constitute the first reading of the ordinance. Next week, or next month, it will be on for the second and maybe the third reading, but we will also have a public hearing. Hear that out there, everybody in the audience? A public hearing on the ordinance, and anyone with a issue or a problem or a discussion about this ordinance is invited to come down and participate in our discussion in our meeting.
And based on our response, we'll decide whether we're going to do a second or
That's-
third reading.
That's right. We'll decide whether we're going to do a
Mobile.
second reading, third reading, or what next month. Okay. Any other business to come before the committee tonight? May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Motion adjourned. Meeting adjourned.